Good morning to all ministers of government. Good morning to our partners. I'm particularly encouraged to see my fellow partners in the utilities, Stephen and Stephen. Thanks for the continued support and partnership. Members of the media, and to you, the people of Jamaica. Let me first start by saying a tremendous thank you for your patience, your resilience, and your partnership as we continue to build after Hurricane Melissa's unprecedented devastation. I'm going to go right to the good news as the minister requested. Right as the minister was sharing that the Sangster Airport in Montego Bay is expected to be restored to service today, the good news is Sangster Airport has been restored to service. And a tremendous thanks to all who helped to make that happen. Today, 14 days after the passage of Category 5 hurricane, I'm pleased to share that we have restored service to 300,000 customers. That brings us to more than 64% of our customers now with power. This is a solid milestone given the scale of destruction that we have all seen. I had an opportunity firsthand this weekend to go to the western region, and let me tell you, it's a different thing when you see it in person than when you see it from a helicopter. It's truly a devastation, and our thoughts and prayers continue to go out to the communities, the families, and the loved ones who have been significantly impacted. We here at JPS stand committed to restore power as safely and as quickly as possible. And we continue to partner with local contractors and overseas contractors to help to facilitate that restoration. You may have recalled that I shared that prior to the hurricane, we brought in 71 overseas line workers. I'm pleased to share that since the passage of the hurricane, we have brought in additionally more than 200 line workers to help with the safe and timely restoration. In addition to that, we have also bringing in additional vehicles, bucket trucks, pole digging trucks that are expected to be here by this weekend. This will also be a key resource to help in expediting our restoration activities safely and timely. We're making steady progress in the eastern and central parishes. More than 95% of customers in St. Thomas, Kingston, St. Andrew, and St. Catherine are already restored. And right now, we are working on the unique challenges of various customers to facilitate restoration. The good news is there is no widespread community in these areas that are currently impacted. We are also making steady progress in the parishes of Clarendon, Manchester, Portland, St. Mary, and St. Anne, restoring critical services, including hospitals, water pumps, town centers, and key economic zones. We heard the minister shared that we are now in St. Anne. We were able to restore power to St. Anne's Bay Hospital. We were able to restore power to Ocherius Pier, to Duns River, to Ocherius Town, and also to the infirmary in Prairie. This strategic restoration is not by chance, it's intentional and aligns with our overall restoration strategy. Now, attacking the hardest hit areas in the western Jamaica is a challenge, however, we're on it. Because of the extent of the devastation in the western parishes, this is much more than repair and restore. It's a redesign and rebuild of our facilities. We have seen whereby landslides have caused poles and other infrastructure to be significantly damaged, and frankly, we have to now reroute some of our facilities and redesign to facilitate restoration. The The good news is we're making progress. Our strategy is to first restore critical services like hospitals and water pumps and town centres in these key economic zones. Within the next 2 weeks, power will be in Hanover and Westmoreland. I heard Minister Mackenzie refer to what he's seen in Falmouth and Trelawney. Minister Mackenzie, this week, power will be in Trelawney. We will have power in Falmouth Town, Falmouth Hospital, and also the pier, whereby we're supporting the return of cruise ships to that particular pier. We are already in the parish of St. Elizabeth, having restored Junction and Southfield and some nearby communities. We did this by doing some creative things on a distribution system to facilitate St. Elizabeth being supplied from Manchester. There is, however, a limitation to that, as we have built out in St. Elizabeth to a stage now whereby to go further, we would need the critical high voltage transmission to be restored. That has been significantly damaged. However, we continue to work that. We are already in St. James, as you heard mentioned. Service was restored earlier this week to Cornwall Regional Hospital. We have also restored some significant NWC pumps in the parish of St. James. The Catherine Mount and the Reading NWC pumps are now in service. We have also restored the Fairview Shopping Centre and the Fairview community in St. James, so those people now are seeing the light. As of today, we heard whereby we restored the airport. The good news is also, by the end of today, we'll restore power to the Freeport in St. James, bringing power to the BPOs and stimulating the economic activity in that particular parish. Thank you, Minister. Another good news to share. Since we have been here this morning, power has also been restored to the hip strip in St. James. We know that those without electricity is asking the question, how soon will I be restored? I understand the inconvenience when there is no power. Some of our very workers here at JPS are part of the very communities that are significantly impacted. So I understand it. I get it. But be reassured that we are committed to be steadfast and strategic in our restoration activities. We are making progress in advancing our damage assessments. Frankly, some communities, we had limited or restricted access. That is now improving, so we'll only make greater progress with our damage assessments. As we make greater progress with our damage assessments, by the end of this week, I will be giving you more detailed updates in terms of restoration timelines and parishes and communities. My fellow Jamaicans, let me reassure you that JPS will not stop until we restore every community, every customer, and every business at this moment in time. Our teams are working 24/7, 7 days a week, under challenging conditions, frankly, in rain, mud, to safely and timely restore our customers. To our customers, to our partners, to the people of Jamaica, thank you for standing with us at this unprecedented time. Together, we are building back a stronger Jamaica. Thank you very much.